Welcome friends, this is Shishir, motivational speaker, life and leadership coach. Welcome to this exclusive channel on management and leadership, self-leading and leading others. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon. Kindly share, like and comment. That motivates us to keep going. If you are a leader in your organization, be it at any level, mid, senior or C-level, just watch this video till the end and you will know the mantra to lead in crisis time and a way how to lead with vision during crisis time. Now 50 years ago friends, 50 years ago on April 11, 1970, a spacecraft named Apollo 13 was launched from Kennedy Space Center. Now it was NASA's third manned mission on moon. Just 9 months after the most successful mission of Apollo 11, which created history, when Neil Armstrong became the first man to land on moon, to walk on the moon. But the destiny of this spacecraft was something different. Just 3 days or 56 hours into the mission, one of the two oxygen cylinders, they exploded in the spacecraft, and the team of 3 astronauts, they started losing oxygen, they ran out of power, they got exposed to high amounts of carbon dioxide, they faced a certain death and failure of the mission for sure. Now this unfortunate event triggered an extraordinary crisis and problem solving effort in the history of mankind, as the NASA team, they faced an almost impossible task of getting their crew members back safely to Earth from almost 200,000 miles. But the NASA team successfully managed to achieve the impossible, and this inspired a Hollywood film called Apollo 13. Now these 80 plus hours between the explosion and the safe arrival of the crew members back to Earth is a great example of what can achieved by right leadership, excellent teamwork and problem solving, creative abilities. These 80 plus hours are those moments that teaches a leader how to respond when there is sudden reversal of fate, when there is sudden reversal of fortune. It gives them an excellent example of how to lead in crisis time, how a leader should rise up to the occasion, inspire their team member to rise up to the challenge and get things done and achieve the impossible. Gene Kranz is one of the most celebrated and famous flight directors in the history of NASA. Now with the explosion and as the gravity of the situation unfolded and things became clear, it was for everyone around, it seemed that everything will be lost, the spacecraft, the lives of the 3 people and the prestige of NASA. So one NASA director said to another, he said, I feel this is going to be the worst crisis that NASA has ever faced. Gene Kranz looked at him and said, with all due respect, sir, he said, with all due respect, sir, I believe this is going to be our finest hour. I repeat this sentence, a gem of line, listen to it very carefully. He said, with all due respect, sir, I believe this is going to be our finest hour. Now just imagine, friends, when everybody else around saw a potential disaster, here was this man who saw great opportunities and possibilities in his leadership and what his team genius can do to achieve the impossible for his country. Now just a slight shift in a way a leader look at things, but this makes a big difference. Gene Kranz knew very well that the problem was the past now, and if he had to find solution, it had to happen in the present. He knew very well that as a leader, he has to rise up to the occasion now, show new path and possibilities and change his team's attitude from what was to what can be more. Change his team's attitude from what was to what can be more. Now he assembled his team, he gathered his team and told them, gentlemen, from now on, forget the flight plan that we were pursuing. From this moment, I am giving you a new mission. Is the rescue mission, getting our team members, getting our astronauts back on Earth. And we have never lost an American space, and I'm sure we never will. So he abandoned the main mission, the man's landing on moon, and he launched a new mission, the rescue mission. See friends, the ability to survive a crisis times begins with a vision of what's possible, what next. Now as a leader, you need to understand the gravity of a situation, accept it, acknowledge it, learn from it, but you cannot allow that situation to freeze you with indecision making, to freeze you with analysis paralysis. No, there is no place for indecision when it comes to leadership. So leader needs to keep looking at the horizon to see what's possible next, what can come next. When Gene Kranz gave this new mission, he gave them new path, new possibilities to his team members. Now they know where to focus their energies, their time on, and they now know they have to give it all to make it happen, to make it a reality for their country, for their higher purpose. See, friends, a true remarkable leader, he sees crisis and challenge and triumph through a lens of possibilities and opportunities. Now, a real test of leadership is not during normal times. A real test of leadership is during crisis time. Let me give you a very powerful mantra to be used in challenging time, crisis time. Stop looking at what you have lost, but instead start looking at what you are left with and what best you can do with what you have got. I repeat it again, stop looking at what you have lost. Start looking at what you are left with and what best can you do with what you have got. Friends, a new vision, mission, or goal, whatever you may call it by whatever name, is needed to survive first in the short term and then thrive in the long term. Crisis time is a great time to lead with vision, and when you lead with vision, it leads to transformation, and this is when you can convert your worst hours into finest hours. When you lead with vision is only when you can convert your crisis hour into finest hours, friends. Remember this. In normal times, friends, go with what your vision is, mission is, goal, strategy, planning, go with that. When it comes to challenging and difficult times, you need to redesign, reinvent and re-innovate. First to survive in the short term and then thrive in the long term. Friends, the second learning, another great learning is how Gene Kranz, the flight director, he mobilized his team, inspired them to rise to the challenge and get the work done. He knew very well that in order to convert that crisis hour into finest hours, he need to utilize the most important asset and valuable asset that he had, his people. Now, very soon in the crisis, he knew his limitation and weakness. He knew he was not the right and the smartest person when it comes to the rescue mission. He had no experience. So he left his ego at the door. He did not allow himself to suffer from a mentality which many leaders unknowingly start suffering from, a know-it-all mentality. Instead, he adopted a learn-it-all mentality, and wherein he knew that he doesn't have the right experience, so he approached experts for advice. He approached his team members, asked them for help. He talked to them, got them to know what they can offer in terms of their specialization. He trusted in their abilities. He believed in their strength. He gave them all support. He empowered them. Believing in his team, rather than adopting a command and control approach, he adopted a collaborative approach to empower and engage his people and to get the work done. He gave a very powerful, empowering JD, one-line job description. He said to them, do whatever is necessary to ensure crew safety. As a leader, know your limitation and weakness. It's okay to not have all the answers. Go out, talk to your people, have faith in their abilities, have trust in their skills. The equation is very simple, friends. If you trust your people, they will trust your leadership. As simple as that. Only when your people know that they have your back, they have your support, will they stick their neck out? Will they think creatively? Will they think innovatively? They will come out of box situation. They will take risks. Only then they will do that. Now, always remember this: teams achieve greatness by right and effective leadership, not by more leaderships. I repeat, teams achieve greatness by right and effective leadership, not by more leadership. Now, friends, in 21st century, leadership is very different. It's okay for leaders to not have all the answers. It's okay for leaders to not know everything. Real, authentic and genuine leaders, they know that it's not possible for them to know everything, and it will never be possible that they will know all the unknown. They will know all the unknown. Now, just ask yourself, just ask your people, especially if you have millennials working around you, just ask them, and they will tell you nobody wants to work as an executor, executing just what the boss said, the manager says, the leader says. They all today want to be as a contributor, contributing their ideas, their input, their insight, their opinion, their information, and this contribution gives them the power of involvement, and this involvement leads to commitment. And is there any team player who doesn't want a committed team player? No. Now, before I end this, friends, remember these powerful takeaways. Only by looking at a crisis through a lens of new possibilities, new options, can you convert your darkest hour into finest hour. Can you convert your worst hours into finest hour? Can you convert your crisis hours into finest hours? Just change your team's mindset from what was to what can be more. Look what you and your team can do with what you are left with. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to not have all the answers, to know everything. Ask for help to your people, for experts, and empower and engage your team. Thank you for watching this video till the end, and happy leading. And if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon. Kindly share, like and comment. Thank you.